Today we are going to be making a chorizo pasta with marinara. Super quick. For this recipe, we will be doing a 30-minute chorizo pasta recipe. The ingredients you're going to need are going to be some local chorizo. I got it from Sprouts, as well as some garlic bread I'm going to put in the oven, some sliced mushrooms that I got locally from Milk and Eggs, a local grocery delivery business, as well as the star of the show, semolina. This is a it's homemade style, but it's made in LA. It's handcrafted from a small company. They do small batches, and it's like the best dry pasta I've ever had. So this is going to be the star of the dish, as well as some local pasta sauce that I got from Sprouts. So Sprouts, Milk and Eggs, Milk and Eggs. First off, let's cook the pasta. Now, this pasta is super simple. It doesn't matter how much water you put in it, just enough so that you can stir the pasta freely. We're gonna put this in salted, boiling water for 5 to 8 minutes. Now, why do you have to have it salted? It does two things. Number one, the salt gives everything flavor, so it's gonna give you more flavor in the pasta. But also number two, it raises the boiling point of the water so that it's a higher temperature when you actually cook it. Now, a tip that I like to do when boiling pasta, instead of putting cold water in a pan and letting it boil, I like to put my water in a kettle, like so, heat it nice and hot, and then pour it into a pan when it's already boiling, and then just put it on a flame, and then when it starts bubbling, then throw in the pasta for 5 to 8 minutes. Quick tip when you're using multiple pans on your stove, try to have the handles pointing away from the area that you're going to use, so that way you don't accidentally bump stuff and knock everything over. Once your pan is at a rolling boil, go ahead and take the semolina pasta and pour that sucker in. Go ahead and warm a pan. I like to use a wok because I'm Asian, to low, medium-ish heat. Once that thing is warmed up, go ahead and take some oil, place it into the pan, take your chorizo, put that baby in there. Be careful with the spoon. And a quick reminder, chorizo is generally pork-based, and so you don't want to be cooking your chorizo medium rare. So please make sure that it is properly, fully cooked before ingesting it. Otherwise, you may have, what is that thing you get when you eat raw pork? Scurviness? Nope, something else. I just Googled it. It's called trichinosis. You don't want that. Parasites, bad stuff. Once your pasta is done being boiled for 5 to 8 minutes, depending on your preference, 8 minutes if you want it well done, 5 minutes if you want it super al dente, and whatever you want in the middle. I'm gonna go ahead and strain it, and must strain it, like so. Just like that in there. Once the chorizo is fully cooked, I'm gonna go ahead and take those sliced mushrooms, throw it in there. Cool thing about mushrooms are that they are very absorbent, and so all that juice you see, all the oil can get soaked up by those mushrooms, giving yourself much more flavor. Look at that beautiful color. It absorbs all the sauces and the oils and the juices. It's freaking delicious. How do you know if your pasta is done or not? Well, one, follow the directions on the packaging, but number two, take one of the pastas and sample it. That's how you know. If you want a quick side while you're cooking it, go ahead and heat your oven up to 350 degrees, and when it's warm, get your bag of garlic bread, throw it in there for 12 minutes, set it on your microwave, and pull it out when it's done. Once the chorizo and the mushrooms are done, you can tell because the mushrooms are soaked a little bit, they get darker and they just look wet and soaked up because they soaked up most of the juice. So check it out. Looks just like that. Take your sauce, pour it in. Stir it up. Now, because the marinara sauce or the pasta sauce that I'm using for this is a bit acidic because of all the tomatoes, I'm gonna use a little raw honey to sweeten it up. Generally, to get the best tasting food, my tip is to try to hit all flavors. So we have our sweet, we have our spicy, we have our sour. What else is there? Sweet, spicy, sour, yeah. But my wifey can't eat spicy, so we'll be doing a little bit of sweet, a little bit of sour. Oh yeah, and then saltiness, of course. Sweet, salty, sour. You can hit those three. It'll be quite tantalizing to the taste buds. No spicy today, though. When the pasta sauce is done, it should look like that. It's beautiful, isn't it? Once that's all done, let's go ahead and take our pasta that we have strained, still steaming. Put about a handful, it's hot. Put about a handful, maybe 2 handfuls, because we're really hungry, into a bowl. Take a ladle of this delicious chorizo mushroom pasta sauce. And the cool thing about eating at home is you can control the portions exactly how you like it. When I go to a restaurant, I don't care where I go, there's never enough pasta sauce. So tonight, when we make it at home, we can put as much as we want. So that means I'm gonna double stir. Oh, yeah. And there we have it. We have a homemade chorizo mushroom pasta in less than 30 minutes. And if you happen to be wondering what this pasta is called, it's called Strozza Preti. Yeah, I like it because it's thick. I like the thicker consistency pasta, so it's nice and chewy, but not too chewy. And also the shape makes it so it holds onto the pasta or the sauce a whole lot better. Once your dinner is all set, just make sure you plate it nice and pretty with some garlic bread, oil vinegar, glass of wine, and some beautiful company. And you have yourself the best date night ever for under 25 bucks and under 30 minutes. Oh yeah, huh babe?